A neighborhood. All of the neighborhood, right down to the names on each sign, should reflect the people who live in it. Chicago is all about neighborhoods, all about community. North Lawndale, a Black neighborhood on the west side, is one of those communities that evokes a sense of pride, and its largest park is named after a slaveholder. It may seem small, but names matter. Street names, school names, park names. They should reflect the racial and ethnic makeup of a community. I don't even know that I had thought necessarily critically about which Douglas is this park named after. It's in a predominantly Black neighborhood, so I might have assumed it was Frederick. This campaign started in my 5th grade classroom. At our school, students engage in a social activism curriculum. We call them grassroots campaigns. Each year, students decide what issues they would like to address. Douglas Park is named after Stephen Douglas, who owned slaves. We came up with what we thought would be a simple solution: add an S to rename it to abolitionist Frederick Douglass instead. You know we have a big day coming up on Wednesday. What are we doing on Wednesday?
Train takeover.
Everybody?
Train takeover.
Okay, so I brought up pictures of the station where we're going. What station are we going to?
Clark and Lake.
Clark and Lake. Here's a good one. Clark and Lake Blue Line. So let's see, let's try.
It was actually really fun. I enjoyed being in that class. And I wanted her to be my teacher for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, high school, everything. It was so fun. Like, you could go to her with anything, any problem that you had at home. That one teacher you could open up to about anything.
Right. We may experience some rejection, but I kind of want to save that and maybe talk about it tomorrow. I want us to get some practice in first. What if somebody is in a rush? Renaya.
Hi, my name is Cai Thomas from Village Leadership Academy, and here's a link to our petition. We would love it if you sign it and read it or watch the video, and it gives you more information on it.
Love that. We're going to line up. You can go. With our campaign demands intact, our next step was to take our message out into the city and ask for petition signatures.
Who are we?
We are the 5th grade class at Village Leadership Academy.
Why are we here today?
To tell you about the injustice in our community. No park should be named after slaveholders, especially parks in Black neighborhoods. It's insulting.
We think the park should be named after Frederick Douglass because he was an
Abolitionist,
orator, feminist, and freedom fighter.
I remember when we started train takeovers, I didn't say much. I didn't, contact with people. I didn't pass out flyers or anything, and I was just standing there by Miss Jones with the flyers in my hand. I feel like I was a germaphobe of some type.
We need your support.
Rename Douglas Park. Click the link, sign, and share.
Add an S for the men. Add an S for the men.
I always fight to get my point across. If I still don't feel like it's right, I'm gonna keep going until I feel like it's fair. Definitely that type of person. There are a lot more people who fought for us to be where we are right now and are still fighting, and they don't get the recognition they deserve, in my opinion.
Everybody say thank you when people say
Thank you.
So, raise your hand if you think that this went worse than you expected. Raise your hand if this went better than you expected.
This went more than 2,000.
Tell me why. Can I have one person tell me why this was so much better than you expected? Okay. Zari.
People were actually signing the petition and being nice, because I thought some people was just gonna be mean and just reject us.
Half and half, yeah.
Like, there was this lady that she was just sitting down, and the train was late, I think, whatever. And so I asked her, and she said no, thank you.
It was kind of weird in the moment. You got to see the world through a different view. We did rejection circles to be comfortable with people saying no in different tones, because a lot of times we didn't want to just feel bad about ourselves or something like that and not want to continue.
VLA is different because they dedicate a whole class course and curriculum to fighting for what's right in our community. At my other schools, yeah, we talked about it. We maybe like ran over it in a history lesson or something, but we never really got in depth of what's going on and how we can make a change.
We all spend so many hours here. It becomes a family. It's really important to the administration here that no one here is just a teacher. The teachers are also organizers. I became an educator largely because I had no black teachers. From 1st grade until 12th grade, absolutely none. I educate black children because I want them to understand all of the systems that are around us and how they impact us and then how to dismantle them. That encompasses like social and emotional learning, being able to decide what you want, not being afraid to push back. I feel like I'm always resisting this internalization I have of structure and order. And one thing that I learned at VLA is that it's okay to let some of that go. It's okay to let young folks take the lead.
On our way to present in front of the Chicago Park District Board of Commissioners. How you feeling, David? Good. How you feeling right now? Excited and nervous.
Order, please. Good to see all.
Ultimately, the folks with the power to change the name was the 7 people on the Chicago Park District Board of Commissioners.
The board meetings, at one point, they were really boring. Just sitting there, hearing people present their case, I was sitting there like this, just rubbing my head. When it was our turn, I was so happy. I was just sitting there smiling.
It is insulting to have a park that I love and ride past each day named after a slaveholder like Stephen Douglas. We demand to be heard and our proposal to be placed on the board meeting agenda. We need answers and we need them now.
I know people didn't take us seriously. The first thing that they said to us was, y'all are so cute. I mean, I know it. I just didn't need to constantly hear it over and over again when I'm trying to tell you something serious.
And thank you, all students.
This is a nice campaign. Wonder what will happen to the next one.
Can't wait to see what next year's project's going to bring. Next, we'll hear a brief update on water fountains. It's the.
I was sitting there like this. I was like, did they hear anything I just said? At that moment, like once I heard that, I was like, I'm most definitely gonna keep doing this.
These young student activists want change.
And they're pushing to change the name of Chicago's Douglas Park.
Yeah, it is a small change, they say, but it'll make a big difference. The kids came here to the Thompson Center
and saying loud and clear to the Chicago Park District Board of Commissioners, they are not going away.
We are shocked and surprised that we have to be
For 3 years, a core group of 20 students kept showing up. Even after leaving my 5th grade class, students made their case to the Park District numerous times.
They feel like they're getting the runaround from the Chicago Park District, and it does not appear that the Park District Commissioners have pushed this proposal forward at all. In fact, they have a meeting coming up on Wednesday. This is not on the agenda.
How could you deny cute kids who come to you with a clear presentation? It feels like in the grand narrative of how we frame black children, people can't decide what they want. We want to make them the enemy, you know, when everything is going wrong due to structural racism, right? But then at the same time, it's like we don't want to give them their due or their credit.
We've been fighting for 3 years. Like, all y'all got to do is sign some papers, so I don't understand what the problem is, honestly.
2020. COVID hit. Really hard for black and brown communities. We witnessed the brutal murder of George Floyd, which was captured on film. People were tired of being stuck inside. The collective attitude was shifting towards reckoning with this country's legacy of racial injustice. I felt upset as a black woman. It's just understanding the ways in which people will go to great lengths to disrespect you, to disregard you. Did you hit everybody in the group chat to see if everybody's coming?
Yeah, everybody said they're gonna make it, and Zahir might be a few minutes late.
Okay. We need to talk about the fact that Stephen Douglas was a slave owner. Who wants to role play first and be a canvasser?
Thank you for your time. But just, you want to take this palm card? Yeah, thanks.
Y'all can swap. All right, Renee, you got this. Make sure you speak loud and proud. And action.
Did you know this park was named after Frederick Douglass? Stephen Douglas. Dang.
Okay, that's all right. I'm looking at you all. I've known you all a long time. Now,
everybody here is also growing up. Yes, we're young people, but we have a message. We just know that historically, a lot of times, like, black women are left out of movements. But there's like whole teams of women that have been behind these people. Like, with Martin Luther King, you had Ella Baker, who was like leading grassroots movements, getting people out to vote. So our new demand for the Park District is Anna and Frederick Douglass Park. Zari, can you tell us just like a little bit more about what you read?
Did you know Anna Murray Douglass gave Frederick the idea of escaping as a free sailor? They borrowed a freedman's protection certificate from a friend, and Anna sold a sailor suit so he could make his way to New York by train. Most people probably knew of this escape, but what they didn't know was he got the idea and supplies from his free wife, Anna Murray Douglass.
Even though history overshadowed her, we will not. Today we change our demands. We want to change the name to Frederick and Anna Douglass Park. We will not contribute to the erasure of black women's contribution to history. We say her name today and every day. Anna Murray Douglass.
So why you didn't come home and tell me about Anna?
Who knows?
You know how I found out about Anna, Miss Jones?
She has come and just lit this fire in my baby. It's helping me to develop and learn how to effectively parent. To effectively parent Zari.
I'm good. I want to give you an update. So Miss Pagan got here early and she said that there's a Blue Lives Matter protest happening somewhere.
Yeah, I just saw it. We waiting for
I just want to make sure that parents feel safe with their children going up.
I mean, I feel safe if you feel safe.
Excuse me.
The world, in a sense, is falling apart. People have been taking baby steps, but it's time to actually start taking bigger steps. And I think this is one of those ways that we can do something. For community activism and things like that, I think kids should understand what's going around in the world. There's a group of people who are across the street, and me and Dave are like, okay, let's go get them. We both talked to the people, and they're like, oh my God, we didn't know about it. They're like, that park right there? And I was like, yeah. Wow, I didn't really know the power of what we were doing. It was just something I did. And it just made me want to get everybody that was on the street, just pass them the flyer as much as possible.
The push to rename the 218-acre West Side Park is gaining support.
I will follow you guys.
Yeah.
Okay? Because we do need that.
This is awesome. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
I'm really excited about it. Thank you.
Y'all been doing some good work around that.
Yeah.
After a 45-day community discussion period, the board will make its decision.
These kids are not giving up. They got thousands of supporting signatures canvassed all over North Lawndale. To put pressure on the Park District, they held a teach-in today at the Douglass Park Cultural Center.
This is what it looks like when you educate black children to love themselves, to understand systems of oppression. We appreciate all y'all coming out. We appreciate all of the support, and we really do ask you to continue to put pressure on these systems.
Did we ever find out who painted the antenna?
No.
Many of the park signs have been changed by a rogue activist. Someone sneakily added an extra S.
We want it to be permanent. We don't want it to wash off. Like, we want it to stay there, like, forever.
Woo! You know, I'm here.
After ignoring us, the Park District finally added the park renaming to the agenda.
Hello. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
It wasn't lost on us that the acknowledgement after so much time coincided with the uprisings taking place in our city and all over the world.
Liberty and justice for all. On the agenda, under new business, a request to rename Stephen Douglass Park in honor of the Frederick Douglass family.
We are going to move into our next speaker, Zahir Bang.
We were clear that the community and the city at large knew the power of our work. The Park District Board held an emergency meeting where renaming Douglass Park was the only agenda item. The hard work of Village Leadership Academy students was never mentioned. For 3 years of hard work to go unmentioned felt like a slap in the face.
In the case of Stephen Douglas Park, this community has made its voice loud and clear.
This is sort of the tip of the spear as we move into park namings. The mayor has been very voiceful and supportive and created a committee to evaluate all park namings, all memorials, all statues in the city.
And now take a roll call vote for this momentous matter. Commissioner Koldyke.
Aye.
Commissioner Edwards.
Aye.
Commissioner Helfand.
Aye with an exclamation point.
Commissioner Netsky.
Aye.
Commissioner Munoz.
Aye.
Vice President King.
Aye.
President Lavelle.
Aye.
Motion carried. The matter is adopted and the naming is official.
Congratulations. All right, at this time we'll go into closed session to consider various matters which are pursued.
Everybody, welcome to our Douglas Park official renaming celebration.
Change the Name campaign gets a way to open up and reflect about yourself.
During this summer, I've watched her grow in immense ways. Your confidence when you're speaking, your charisma.
I found out that I'm a very open person, that I do like to talk.
They say no, they give you an attitude no matter what age you are.
Zahir is an activist. Zahir is Black excellence. Zahir is Black power.
Everybody actually can see us for what we've really done. Because last year or years before, you would see them as, oh, this is a little project that's probably going to be over by the end of the year. But no, actually people are saying that this is community activism at its highest. Even if it is young people doing this activism, activism is still activism.
Zari this summer has become my lead youth organizer. Zari is a clear communicator.
It just meant a lot for me to start something and then finish it, especially something as big as this.
Over the course of this campaign, there were some 40 students who actively organized. I was able to see fifth graders, curious 10-year-olds just excited to make a change, develop into teenagers, grounded in an understanding of history, grassroots organizing, and their place in the world as young folks with real agency. It has a lot of magnitude, but they're 13 years old. This is not the biggest thing that anybody in this class is ever going to do, and I think that they have an understanding of that too. Kirk is gonna close us out today.
Hi. Fifth grade me was very excited to be involved in democracy and navigating the endless sea of bureaucratic red tape. I thought I was ready to face all the pressure of making a big change in the world. But to be honest, I wasn't. I wasn't ready for the challenges to come. I couldn't have done it without the hard work of the community. It took us, and it's gonna take a lot more after us. To stop this world from glorifying the immorality of history, remind them to remember past mistakes, not honor them. Remind them that you exist. Remind them of their painful past. Remind them that people woke up every day to simply beat us to death. Remind them that there are more of us to come. And never forget who we do it for. Rekia Boyd, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, Stephon Clark, Eric Garner, Philando Castile. But I don't want anyone to forget the most important people this is for, us.